Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Steel Twins recording studio in the cherry capital of the world, Traverse City, Michigan. Introducing your hosts, the Cannonball, the Cannon, the Steel Twins.
Oh, what's up, everybody? It's Saturday night, and you know what that means.
That's right, voice acting, and we are right on schedule, right on time. It is time for the Ace Attorney Investigations Collection as we continue this and begin a new chapter, the Kidnapped Turnabout.
Oh, yeah. So Miles Edgeworth got a call from a friend named Ernest Amano, and Ernest's son has gone missing. He's been kidnapped.
Huh?
Ooh, intrigue. This coupled with the fact that someone broke into Miles Edgeworth's office to steal something. First there was a prosecutor that committed a murder in Edgeworth's office, and then somebody else came in and walked out. But apparently this must be the work of a master thief called Yatagarasu, or something of that nature. So, I mean, what the heck is going on here? We're hoping to connect some of the dots in this case.
Yes, and now don't forget, I will be live tomorrow for the Final Fantasy VII Remake. I will check the time according to my research as to what's the best time here. And stay tuned for Nostalgic Monday, as I may end up finishing Banjo-Tooie.
Absolutely.
And then there are a couple of other nostalgic lists to me that were made, one of which being, interestingly enough, Jack and Dexter.
Yeah, you know what? That was a veritable series for PlayStation users growing up. So I think that would be a great next project. That and Ratchet and Clank. We didn't grow up with those franchises, but a lot of you people did.
Yes.
So that's why we think that might be a great addition to Nostalgic Mondays.
And we hope every one of you has had a very wonderful happy holiday so far. We are just about. Christmas is 1 week from Wednesday.
Yeah, we are 11 days. 11 days from Saint Nick coming down the chimney and leaving the presents under the tree. It's going to be so much fun.
Let's not waste any more time though.
Yes,
Let's get the shindig started, shall we? Time for a little black cherry vanilla. Folks, if you haven't kept your bottle or a pin on your can, go ahead and pull that pin and twist that cap off with a twisty twist. Hey, Cannonball, what time is it?
It's time to get bombed.
Ooh boy, that one seemed to sail a bit. Cheers. Now that'll get us through the day today.
Absolutely.
Live scene. All right, get a quick listen to that music, and hey, that dog that Gumshoe is carrying, isn't it Missile?
Yep, that's the dog from the first Ace Attorney game, where
shout out to the Turnabout Goodbyes.
Yep.
Yeah, and if you've played the game and you've shown us one of him as his pieces of evidence, you've run into a funny scene where he eats all the samurai dogs. But anyways, moving up. Hold on.
It's coming. Don't you worry.
I know it's coming, but my question is, did we switch profiles?
I thought we did already.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we have yours.
Yeah.
Logged into yours.
Thanks. Appreciate it. That's all I needed to know. Wake up, package. Come on. By the way, I've made up my mind. I will take Kay Faraday, and who knows?
What?
I made up my mind. I will take Kay Faraday.
Okay. I have absolutely no idea who's even going to be in this case.
Oh, well, we'll find out.
So,
sorry. Kidnapped Turnabout. O'Brien. Let's go. Sorry, cat's out of the bag.
You know what? Just Just let me know if I need to speak.
Right, sure, that's a good idea. Episode 3, The Kidnapped. Turnabout. March 13th, 10:11 a.m. Location unknown. It's time.
Don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be following your every movement with my binoculars.
Good to hear. Now make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you for backup.
You count on me, sir.
I have to go. The kidnapper's supposed to contact me soon. Who would have thought that upon my return, I'd be thrust into a kidnapping case? And that I would be the one who would have to make the ransom drop-off.
Really?
Really?
Interesting.
Let's see.
That old suitcase.
Let's see. I checked that the money is all there, safe inside the suitcase. Now, all I have to do is wait for the instructions from the kidnapper, which I'm expected to be transferred to my cell phone. I wonder who else is around. This is the meeting place, after all.
Oh, jeez. Welcome to Gatewaterland.
Oh, thank you.
And a big hello to you. I'm the Proto Badger. Nice to meet you. Oh my gosh. Excuse me, but were you perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me?
A picture of you? Sorry, but I'm not interested.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, have a good day.
Ring,
Here we go.
Hello?
Who are you? You're not Ernest Amano.
It sounds like the kidnapper is using some sort of voice alteration device. I'm his representative, Miles Edgeworth.
Are you a cop?
No, I'm a prosecutor. I know what you're wondering, and yes, I have brought the ransom money with me.
I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium.
So this person intends to see if I'm being followed, huh? Please, Detective Gumshoe, I really need you to come through with it for me this one time. All right, then. Max Galactic covers true grammar. How about that? The Gaviner Special Concert. Edgeworth speaking.
Next, come to the haunted house.
And just how long do you intend to have me wander around for?
That's for me to decide. You don't have much of a choice here, my friend.
I suppose not. All right, then. Let's see.
He's walking around.
I've arrived.
Go inside.
Ooh, boy. Yeesh. Oh, boy. This place gives me creeps. What a dismal place.
That's it. Go through those doors.
Am I being watched from somewhere?
Wait. Leave the money and go. Now.
Ugh. I was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. I couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until police backup arrives. I don't like the looks of this.
What's that guy? What's that dude in the corner?
Yeah, I don't know. He's... oh, God.
That's the idiot badger.
What the... Oh! It was a trap. Oh, boy. March 13th, 11:23 a.m. Location unknown.
Unbelievable.
That guy betrayed.
That guy betrayed. No, can't be. Then the deal.
Who is that? What are they talking about?
Split police. All right. In front of. Meet up.
I can't move my body. I fear I may faint again. It's raining out. Where am I? How long was I out? It wasn't raining like it is now when I made the drop-off. This is supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage as well? I can only assume Detective Gumshoe lost sight of me at some point. The only reason I agreed to be the drop-off man was because of that phone call. It was from Mr. Ernest Amano, the director of the powerful Zaibastu, the Amano Group. But aside from that, I also owe him a great debt of gratitude. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped. I know that Lance is already in his 20s, but I guess some things you never grow out of. I can't sit around waiting for someone to come help me. I must escape somehow. No!
Was that you making that funny sound?
Who's there? And how dare you laugh at a gentleman's plight? Well, oh, who's this chickadee? Who are you? Are you one of the kidnappers?
A kidnapper? Me? No way. I'm not into such petty crimes. Nope. I'm after something much, much bigger.
Must be worn out from today's ordeal. Focus, Miles.
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief, Yatagarasu.
What?
She's a girl?
What? What? You mean to tell me she's the Yatagarasu? What? No. We gotta get more information out of her. We gotta prove that. Great thief? And did she really just claim to be the Yatagarasu?
Oh, but my real name is Kay Faraday. You can call me Kay. Kay? Good. Glad that's settled.
Well, she's probably works for the guy then. I don't know.
Not quite. I have a mountain of questions for you. But first, if you will be so kind as to remove these ropes.
I wonder, should I remove them? I was actually having a lot of fun watching you make those silly faces. Hey, there's no need to get all mad and icy glaring on me, you know. Let's see, this rope goes through here, and there you go.
What a relief. I owe you my thanks.
Nah, it's okay. You can pay me back in full later.
Now then, what question should I start with? Unfortunately, I can already tell nothing is going to be easy with this cheeky girl. Okay, great thief. You call yourself a great thief, yet are you really a thief at all?
You doubt me? I get it. You think that a young lady like me could possibly be such a big-time thief, right?
That's not the part I have a tough time believing.
I am the real, genuine Yatagarasu, you know. Yup, I'm a pure-blooded great thief. It's a little something I inherited from my predecessor.
In that case, you wouldn't mind if I arrested you then, right?
What? Of course I'd mind. I haven't stolen anything yet. Seriously, I don't know how you could say such a horrible thing to your savior.
That's true. Technically, she hasn't stolen anything in front of me. Yet. Yatagarasu. When you say you're the Yatagarasu, do you mean you are the Yatagarasu?
Yup. The most righteous of the righteous. The legendary Great Thief. But I inherited the title only recently, so I haven't had a chance to steal anything yet as the second Yatagarasu.
I was not aware that thieves could pass down their titles like that.
But don't worry, I've got some big plans in the works.
Big plans, huh? They wouldn't happen to lead up to a big arrest, would they?
I knew it. There's just no reasoning with a prosecutor.
I'm not the problem here.
I'll have you know that the Yatagarasu has no interest in stealing petty trinkets. There's one thing and only one thing I want to steal.
Only one thing? And what would that be? Kay's a pretty important character. You sure you have to play both her and Edgeworth by yourself?
He's done a whole lot. He's done a whole lot.
Oh yeah, I have been a man of so many voices. Trust me, I could probably pull this off.
But that's gonna have to wait until we find our way out of here.
Well, at least there is one thing we agree on. I'm sure I'll have plenty of time later to learn more about you.
So you never told me what your name is, Mr. Prosecutor.
I guess not. I'm Miles Edgeworth.
Aha! Now I remember.
How can you remember something I just told you? But she sure is cheery.
All right then, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's get out of here.
It would seem that we are locked in from the other side.
What? No way! I don't hear you! La 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 la!
Kay, you do remember where you came in from, right? It looks like that might be our only way out of this room.
Whoops. Slight miscalculation. That's a good height to make an entrance from, but I can't jump that high to make an exit.
Oh, man.
I suppose we have no choice but to look around and see if we can find another way out. Begin investigation! Isolation room. This is the beam I was tied to.
What's up?
We can climb up.
I was pondering if perhaps we could make it over to and out the window if we climb this.
Good thinking. And if it's climbing action you need, just leave it to me.
Thanks. This little hook looks like it might make for a good foothold. Think about that for a minute. Up you go, Kay, and good luck.
Count on it. The great thief Yatagarasu spreads her mighty wings and takes to the skies. Here I go! Oh!
As I thought, this beam was definitely not made for climbing. Okay.
What do you mean, as I thought? I'm not your guinea pig, you know.
Isn't this my phone? Looks like it made it through the ordeal intact.
If only there was a way for us to contact someone on the outside.
But we do have a way. Right here.
There was a cell phone here this whole time?
If I'm right, Detective Gumshoe should have contacted the precinct for backup by now. Uh-oh.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay? I was so worried, sir.
I'm fine. I was knocked unconscious for a spell by the kidnapper, that's all.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm such a failure. If only I hadn't lost sight of you.
Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set up a perimeter right now.
You don't have to worry about that, sir. I already got the boys working on that. And in doing that, I sort of...
What's wrong, Detective?
Sorry to butt in, but I'm afraid you're gonna have to make do with me.
Who is this?
Shi Long Lang of Interpol. I've heard a great deal about you.
So why exactly is an Interpol agent like yourself involved in the domestic kidnapping case?
Don't sweat the details. A crime's a crime, whether it's on a local or global scale. Besides, you're the one who's in a world of trouble.
And why would you say that?
Lang Zi says the pack that runs together stays together. You catch my drift? You caused quite a ruckus by running blindly into a situation and then getting caught. You should have contacted the police from the very beginning.
I'm sorry that this has happened because of a lapse in judgment. However, I humbly request that you please help me out of here post-haste.
Sorry, no can do.
What?
We're hunting the kidnapper now, and I haven't got any hands to spare. As I said, my pack moves as one. You're the one who wanted to go alone, so good luck to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, and once we do catch the kidnapper, rest assured we'll come find you. Eventually.
You.
What's wrong? Did you get cut off?
No, my phone ran out of power.
No way!
It doesn't matter anyway. We should try to get out of here through our own means.
Yeah, I have a name to live up to after all. If we put our heads together, we're sure to find a way out.
Can you highlight that? There's a tarp right there. Well, just go ahead and click.
No, I can't highlight the tarp. What's this? They're holding a blue badger photo rally?
You didn't know? Because it's not just a blue badger, it's his whole family, too. If you manage to snap a shot of every member of the family, you get a really posh prize.
Well, there's a costume head sitting over there, and why not start with a picture of that?
You can't do that. That's cheating. There's only one of each badger in the park, so you have to work for it.
Speaking of badgers, there was one sitting against the wall in the haunted house.
Seriously? But somehow, I don't think that one counts, Mr. Edgeworth. You have to take pictures of the costume ones walking around the park.
So those are the rules of this game? How quaint. Badger photo rally jotted down in my organizer. There's only one of each badger in the park. Try to get the whole badger family. What is this?
Looks like the bad badger. It's looking as bad as ever.
Looks like a costume head to me.
I guess the bad badger's costume is, at the very least, a two-piece, huh?
The real question is, why is only the head sitting out here on the floor? Bad badger's head jotted down in my organizer. A costume separated the head and body. This head was left in the isolation room.
Hey, there's something inside the bottom right box. Oh, I think it's a pink badger costume.
Pink badger?
You don't keep up with what's going on in the world, do you? In that case, you better study up on the whole badger clan with this.
What is this thing?
Think of it as a Bible of all the things you'll ever need to know about the clan.
Whatever. I suppose I can keep it as a reference guide or something. Blue Badger Bible data jotted down in my organizer. Book detailing info on the whole Badger family. I suppose this means that this is where they keep all the costumes.
Certainly looks that way. It's like the Badger family's home.
There are 8 boxes, 7 of them are empty, which means that 7 of the costumes are in use right now. Seems that the costumes match from him. But aren't these badgers the mascots of the police force?
Well, I heard that the police had a hand in sponsoring this theme park. Probably because the Gatewater Group owes the police from all those cases they solved.
They have all the power of the state and they use it to make a theme park?
It's not just any theme park. They have a handcuff-shaped, double-looping roller coaster.
That's quite enough. I'm feeling woozy from just the thought of such a thing. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny.
Well, there's a key hanging on the left there.
And what have we here? Why do I feel a laser-like staring right at me? Did you want to take a look?
Well, don't mind if I do. Ooh, I see. Yes, this is definitely a key. I'm sure it's a key to something.
The something is what is relevant to my interest.
Open the door, maybe.
What about these lockers?
Man, why do they have to put the window so high up anyway? How is a thief supposed to make her daring escape?
I suppose we can make our way out of it if we're able to climb on top of these lockers.
That's pretty clever. You'd make a good thief yet, Mr. Edgeworth.
Please don't ever place my name and the word thief in the same sentence ever again.
Let's see. I wonder if I could jump and grab the top of the locker here. Man, why do they have to make such ginormous lockers anyway?
Even if we wanted to use these lockers, we need some sort of foothold. Wait a minute. Let's talk to her again. The kidnapping. Do you know where the person who kidnapped me went?
Well, after they locked you up in here, it sounded like they went into the next room and started talking to someone.
I feel like I've heard something as well, but it's all a haze in my mind. However, I do recall that the kidnapper was talking to someone. It was just a guess before, but I guess they really ammed him with 2 kidnappers here.
After that, they left. It almost seemed as if they were done with you.
I suppose that is the case, as my kidnapping seems like an afterthought to the $1 million. Well, if they went into the next room, let's see what we can find out through the slot. All right.
Ooh, can we peer into the room with the kidnappers were in from there?
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. There's a beam in the next room identical to the one in this room. There's even a hook on it to hold the propped-up floor panel in place. Oh! Which reminds me.
Did you find something useful, Mr. Edgeworth?
Perhaps. I may have found a very handy hint to how we'll get out of here. Well, get this. If we can get to the top, okay, let's see. The beam I was tied to, there's a hook in this beam, but it's not enough of a foothold to climb out with. Wait, there's gotta be more of it. Is that what I think it is?
It looks like the kidnappers had an escape tunnel prepared just in case. That's awesome! They're like a bunch of great thieves themselves.
No, they're not, because I highly doubt they made the tunnel themselves. The floor panel was removed and propped up against a beam in a very specific way. Now I think this building was originally built with a basement or underground area. Well, time for some logic. The beam I was tied to and the open floor panel. Huh. This hook on this beam.
You know, I already tried, and there's no way I can jump from this hook to the window. Come on, even you have to admit when something's just not possible.
Ha! I wasn't about to suggest that again. Rather, that it's here for a different purpose.
Really? Like what?
As you saw in the adjacent room, it's clearly for keeping a floor panel propped up, which means that there should be a panel in this room that we can open as well.
Oh, I get it.
We didn't notice its existence all this time because it was being hidden by this tarp.
All right then, let's fold this thing up and see what's underneath. Now this is what I call a treasure.
All right then, tiny. Well, you gotta look at it first.
Wow, this must be another entrance to the secret hidden basement. I totally smell treasure.
The scent I wish to smell is the sweet fragrance of freedom.
Then what are you waiting for? Hurry up and open the hatch.
All right. This thing is locked down tight.
Aw, fiddlesticks.
A kid using fiddlesticks.
I believe you're up, Kay.
Huh? Why me?
Because we need to use a tiny key that you've taken quite a liking to.
Oh, gotcha. Just leave it to me. I love the tense feeling of these moments when you're about to uncover something big.
I believe the feeling of freedom would be much more satisfying right about now.
All right, I got the secret door open. And now? Wait! What? Ah!
Are you all right, Kay?
I'm fine. The ladder just slipped is all.
Thank goodness she's all right. I about had a coronary.
There's a lot of really large machinery down here.
What about an exit?
It's really dark and cramped down there, so I really doubt there's an exit. I can't believe that happened.
You have only yourself to blame for leaping before you looked, you know.
No way. How was I supposed to know that the ladder is removable?
Oh, wait a minute.
Hey.
Underground ladder, lockers. I figured out how we will escape this prison, Kay.
Oh? So how are we gonna bust out?
It seems that your reckless actions were of use after all.
Are you actually praising me?
More of a thank you for giving me an idea regarding this ladder.
The underground ladder? What about it?
This ladder isn't just for those who wish to go down.
Oh, I see. If we use this...
Yes, I believe it's long enough to reach the top of those lockers.
Well, then what are we waiting for?
Investigation complete!
There we go.
Oh, right! Now we can get out of here.
Yes, we spent entirely too much time in here. Kidnappers who held me hostage and a mysterious Interpol agent. This case is only getting started, and I'll be the one to bring it to a resounding end.
Yeah, what is going on here?
March 13th, 12:11 p.m., Wild Wild West area. Looks like it's stopped raining for now.
Yeah, and thank goodness. We have no idea how hard it was raining earlier.
Mr. Edgeworth! I'm so glad to see you managed to escape, sir. I was so stressed that I thought my heart was gonna give out.
Detective Gumshoe, may I ask what in the world that is?
Well, that's...
I feel like I would have done something stupid with the cardboard boxes that hold the costumes.
Yeah. Like turn them upside down. Oh, what the hell?
Count off. 1, 2,
3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 98.
99. Shifu. All 99 members are here and accounted for, sir.
Here he comes.
Oh, wow. These boys? What the heck do you think you're doing counting my cubs off like that? Every person is a valuable human being, you get me? And everyone has a name that their parents gave to them. No one is a 2 or a 3. Everyone, regardless of age or rank, is number 1. Got it?
Not as safe as a ladder, but seems viable.
Yeah.
Shifu!
The hell?
You are Agent Lang, I take it.
You infidel! How dare you address our Shifu so rudely? Lang Zi says, a cub who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. So don't you ever forget to show the proper respect towards another person. Shina. This isn't much, but please accept my card.
Oh, thank you. Please accept mine in return.
You all see that just now? That is the proper way for 2 people to show their respect. Keep that in mind and you'll get far in life. Got it?
That's right. Francisca did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent from the Republic of Zhengfa. Apparently, this man is the highest successful arrest rate in the organization. Agent Lang, why exactly is an Interpol agent involved with this clearly domestic case?
That's none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor.
How is it not?
I've heard a rumor or 2 about you. You solved a murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? Huh. but you sure took a while just to arrest one little flight attendant. How pathetic. How dare you say that about Mr. Edgeworth? Are you saying you could have solved it faster, pal? The comedic relief jumps to the aid of his master. How cliche. Look, what I'm getting at is, if I'd been there, no one would have died. I would have solved the entire case, and Agent Hicks would still be with us here today.
Agent Lang knew yesterday's victim, Agent Acme Hicks.
Hicks was like a brother to me, so now I'm out to take my revenge.
Agent Hicks was investigating a smuggling with Francisca and a third person. This must be the man she was talking about. In that case, you should understand how I feel as the kidnapped is someone I know. So I ask that you please allow me to participate in the investigation.
Not so fast. This isn't your neatly trimmed courtroom of Eden, you know. You're out in the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor, and way out of your league. No hard feelings. Why don't you go back onto your courtroom now, pretty boy?
You dare to mock the court?
I do. And I don't need the help of a filthy prosecutor. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today.
Who uses the adjective filthy to describe a prosecutor? And why? Why do I feel such intense loathing emanating from him?
All right, men. Good job on the perimeter around Gatewater Land. Now just find me the kidnapper and bring the punk to me. Dismissed.
Sir!
Now then, Mr. Prosecutor, you just sit tight here and don't cause any trouble. Understand?
Wait! That lovely chickadee in the black dress, I'm keeping my eye on her.
But Mr. Edgeworth!
Who uses the word filthy like someone in every game? It's been a while since I last met someone so disagreeable. Why of all places did he show up here, and completely out of the blue at that? I suppose I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me in on that. Alright, Detective. Spill the beans. Great job, Detective.
Sir!
For losing sight of me and the kidnapper and allowing my investigation to be hijacked.
Sir...
I look forward to your next month's salary assessment.
But the case isn't lost yet, sir. I'm gonna show you just how much of a man Dick Gumshoe can be.
Shall I prepare the 21-gun salute now or later?
Jesus.
Detective, are you sure it was the precinct you called for backup?
Of course, sir. I think I would know the number to my own precinct like the back of my hand.
Then why did an Interpol agent show up instead with an army of his own agents?
That I have no idea. About 5 minutes after I made the call, that Wolfman showed up out of nowhere, sir.
Agent Lane definitely has an agenda, so the question is, what is he after? Next step.
Yep. Mr. Edgeworth, I was wondering if I may ask about one thing, sir.
Yes, what is it?
Who is that? The girl over there, I mean.
I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, Kay Faraday.
What?
Funny, I don't recall making you my assistant.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Me! It's been like that since forever.
Funny, I don't recall making you my assistant, Kay.
Sorry, but I just stole your supporting role.
How can you say something so serious with that giant grin on your face, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, we got a thief on our hands, sir. She stole my role, sir. I'm taking her in, getting her convicted, and making sure she serves out her sentence.
Oh, come on, it'll be fun. Like musical chairs. You better stay fast on your feet.
No way. I will not lose the spotlight to you, little girl. Jesus Christ.
Whatever. Okay, so... Excuse me, but if you could just let me through here.
Sorry, I can't let anyone through. Agent Lang's orders.
Yeah. I suppose I'll have to deal with this impasse for now. It's an old-fashioned rocking chair, the kind that makes you feel instantly at ease. There's something written here. A soothing 10-minute sitting for only $100? I see. Reverse psychology. Make it so expensive that no one would dare sit on it. What's this mad sus-looking guy?
Oh my god. Okay, this guy's creepy.
That wriggling. I just can't bring myself to call it dancing.
Jesus, that's the blue badger.
It's a cactus, and there's something written here on this sign. This cactus is a very gracious gift to Gatewaterland from the local police precinct. I can't believe the police went so far as to even donate a cactus to this place.
Jesus. There's those barrels.
It's an empty barrel. I venture to guess that its only purpose is to set the mood. This horizontal bar is used for tying up horses. Apparently you can ride real horses at the Cowboys Ranch area just up ahead. Is it possible that the culprits have already escaped with the help of a stolen horse or two?
Under Agent Lang's orders, we already rounded up all the horses, and every last one has been accounted for.
Agent Lang is good, although I won't go so far as to say I'm impressed just yet. I highly doubt I'll find a clue in here, but I might as well check, just to be sure. This barrel sure is heavy. You there, do you know what's inside of this thing?
It's the emergency water supply for putting out fires.
I see. They certainly are well prepared.
Man, I can't call me doing any stealing at all with that detective around.
I suppose it's not easy when there's this many members of law enforcement in the vicinity.
It's alright. It's not like I'm in a hurry to steal just any old thing.
Which is it? You plan to steal something or not? Quite the mystery, this one. Maybe I should talk a little bit more. Next step.
So what are you gonna do about your investigation into the kidnapping?
Good question. Since Agent Lang holds the authority to investigate this case now, this makes things a bit more complicated.
Oh, come on. You can't let that stop you. I'll even lend you a hand, so let's go.
But you're a self-purported great thief, are you not? I don't believe I can let someone of an unlawful nature participate in an investigation.
You don't like to listen, do you? I'm not just any old great thief. I'm the Yatagarasu. And as I said earlier, Yatagarasu is after one and only thing.
One and only one. What is this one and only one thing you're after?
The Yatagarasu is only interested in one thing, and that is the truth.
I see.
Huh? What truth?
It was 7 years ago.
Flashback.
There was a vigilante who threw the business world into a panic. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appeared and vanished at will. Though we still don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu like to find and publicly disclose evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. Once a target was chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement was set forth. Instead, the chosen corporation was infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found was sent out to the mass media, along with a card with a mark for three-legged raven. Looking back, I suppose you could call what the Yatagarasu was stealing the truth. Could this child really be the successor to the original Yatagarasu?
Well, that's still pretty weird. That's still pretty wild.
But that can't be, can it?
Lance, where are you, son? Oh, this guy.
Mr. Amano?
Oh, Miles, my boy. I'm sorry to involve you in such an affair just after you've returned.
For you, Mr. Amano, I gladly offer my assistance. After all, I have you to thank for how well things turned out during my time abroad. If it wasn't for you, I might not have been introduced to that law office and had the chance to study the inner workings of another country's judicial system.
No. Think nothing of it. As you know, Manfred and I go way back. I consider a beloved disciple of his to be like one of my own blood. If you ever want to go overseas again, you need only to ask. I could use my company's vast network to send you anywhere at any time.
So who's the old man?
He is the father of the currently kidnapped Lance Amano, Ernest Amano.
Now then, have you found Lance yet, Miles? Please, I miss my poor boy dearly.
I'm terribly sorry, but your son's whereabouts remain unknown, Mr. Amano.
Well, hold on there. What happened to all that money?
I believe the $1 million has been stolen, and that the culprits are now on the run.
What?
Poor old man. Don't you have anything you could give him to cheer him up, Mr. Edgeworth?
Forgive me, Mr. Amano. Kidnapping. I was wondering if you could please tell me the details of the kidnapping one more time.
It was yesterday. A call came to the house. And from the receiver came the sound of my son. Help me, Daddy.
I know this is tough, but please stay with me here, Mr. Amano.
You don't understand. He hasn't called me Daddy in ages. It's incredibly moving. I wish I had recorded him saying that.
He definitely should have recorded that conversation, but not for the foolish sentimentalities of an old man.
Yeah, so we can find out where he is.
Refresh my memory. What kind of person is Lance again?
Hurry, well, Lance, help you get him back.
Surprisingly, a lot can be deduced from a person's relationships and behavior.
Very well then, Lance is my one and only son, and he turned 21 this year. He's very much like me when I was his age, kind and very attractive. I'm sure women simply can't keep their hands off of him.
Is there anything else about him you noticed of late?
Now that you mention it, I haven't been able to get in contact with our butler, Oliver.
Your butler?
Yes, his name is Oliver Deacon. He's been with our family for years now. Gets along so well with Lance, so I thought maybe he would know where my son is.
Oliver Deacon. Mr. Amano, could you please tell me a little more about your butler, Mr. Deacon?
As a butler, he's outstanding. He even serves as Lance's personal private tutor. He took a brief leave recently, but even after it was over, I haven't been able to reach him.
So you still haven't spoken with him since his leave? What about his family and friends?
They said they hadn't seen him. I tried everything I could think of, Miles. Do you think this could have something to do with Lance's kidnapping?
It's possible, but I can't say anything for sure quite yet. So even the person closest to the victim has gone missing. Oliver Deacon. Sounds like one name I had better keep in mind. Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir.
Let's begin our investigation. Even if that Interpol agent holds the authority to head this investigation, we can't allow ourselves to stand idly by, twiddling our thumbs.
I'm with you 100%, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I, Dick Gumshoe, pledge to stick by your side through thick and thin.
Mr. Amano, it was my fault that the culprits escaped, which is why, with your blessing, I vow to return Lance to you myself.
I've never seen you so passionate before, Miles. Good luck to you, my boy.
All right. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's do some investigating.
If you think I'm losing to you, pal, forget it. Oh, boy.
Begin investigation. Wild Wild West area.
So what should we examine first?
Thanks to Agent Lang, we can't leave this area, but the culprits were here until only very recently, which means we may be able to find some clues that will tell us how they escaped.
Okay, let's get looking. There's some Uh-oh.
Hey, you there.
Oh, May?
What are you doing goofing off in a place like this?
I wasn't goofing off. I was about to help Mr. Edgeworth kick off his investigation.
You imbecile! All precinct detectives are now under Agent Lang's direct command.
No way! I am not working for Wolf Boy. Mr. Edgeworth, can't you do something?
I'm not exactly in a position to argue, seeing as how you are a member of the police. Good. Now let's go.
No!
Boy, have I got just the job for someone of your talents.
Well, that was exciting.
Kay,
What? Can't you tell I'm all ready to get down to some detective work?
you should go home. Your parents must be worried about you.
Oh, come on. I finally get to be your assistant and you try to ditch me?
I don't recall offering you the position.
Why do you have to be so difficult? Besides, it's already too late, you know. Like I said, I've already stolen the position of assistant a while back.
Ha! You're the only one asserting that.
Well, by the time anyone notices, it's already gone. That's the Yatagarasu way.
You shouldn't speak so lightly of things you know nothing about.
Fine, whatever. You win. Go ahead and do your little investigation. But the talented assistant Kay is going to tag along no matter what you say.
Even if she turns out to be useless, she's not going to listen to me. I might as well surrender and let her come along for the ride. Yeah,
I don't think she'll be useless.
horses are painted on this garage door to complete the Wild West theme.
They look so lifelike, don't you think?
Are you thinking of wrangling or rather stealing them?
If you coax them out of there, sure. Come on. I know you can sweet talk them out.
I could be holding a cube of sugar in my hand and they wouldn't budge, Kay.
Okay, so go back over towards the left. There are footprints right there, see?
Hey, there's a bunch of footprints in the mud over here.
I remember hearing rainfall out here while I was being held in there.
Yep. It was just a passing rain. That's why the ground is already pretty much dried up.
I should be thankful. It left us with some nice footprint samples.
You know what? I bet if we followed them, we could find out where the kidnappers went. Plus, we'd be able to spot them because of their muddy shoes.
I don't think it will be that easy.
Why not?
Look carefully. There are quite a few different sets here, and we don't know which ones belong to the kidnappers.
Oh, that's true. We don't know what kind of shoes they were wearing.
Can I connect anything?
Maybe the costumes.
It seems the costumes of the Badger family are kept in the isolation room, but no, I don't think I'll be able to connect that.
It'd be an interesting thing to.
Oops. No, I don't want to talk.
If these were real, I wonder what you put in them.
Water would be the obvious answer.
But if you stored water in a barrel under the blazing hot sun, wouldn't it go bad?
People of that period probably didn't care about how it tasted.
Sorry, but I can't let you get away with making fun of our forefathers. I mean, maybe they really like the strange taste.
Look who's making fun of them now. Let's talk to this doofus over here.
Hey, it's the Blue Badger. Badger, get!
I really don't understand why she's so excited over this badger hunt. Speaking of badgers, there's a person inside of there. Mr. Badger, I wonder if you might share with me what you saw.
He's just dancing around.
He's doing that contorted wriggling dance again.
Aha! Oh no!
Not this guy. You've uncovered my undercover identity, sir. I was to remain under that head, sir.
Aren't you Officer Meekins?
Sir! Mike Meekins reporting for duty, sir.
This man was a witness in one of the cases I headed 2 years ago. About the only thing I remember about this officer is that he often spoke and acted before he thought, which gave me a great deal of headaches.
Is he a friend of yours, Mr. Edgeworth?
I met him in the courtroom once before. Why was he so upset when we unmasked him? Does he have something to hide? Mike Meekins. Officer Meekins, why are you standing here wasting time?
Sir, because I'm not a police officer right now, sir. I'm the Blue Badger. And I'm creating memories and dreams for the kids. It's never a waste of time, sir. Now you have a dream to become as big as Detective Gumshoe, sir. I was patrolling the scorchingly boring beat until a while ago when the dispatch radio on my shoulder crackled that the kidnappers had escaped, sir. I thought maybe this is my shot at making detective, sir. I rushed on over to join in, but when I got here, there was a sea of people already. I couldn't spread my trademark friendliness and joy onto anyone.
It would seem that some people never change. The Blue Badger.
Oh, boy.
So why exactly are you in that ridiculous outfit?
Sir, that's because, sir, I'm here to keep the visitors in good spirits, sir. It's also to hide the fact that I'm an officer on the trail of a kidnapper, sir.
I see. Agent Lang is very wise to employ this sort of diversionary tactics.
To be handed the role of the Blue Badger out of all the different disguises, sir. It's such an honor.
Any clues? How long have you been standing here, officer?
Sir, for about 1 little hour, sir.
That's around the time I woke up from being knocked unconscious.
And I've been here ever since, sir.
If that's true, then it's possible Officer Meekin saw the kidnappers escaping.
But however, sir, I must tell you I didn't see a thing, sir.
I haven't asked you anything yet, officer.
No, but I know you will, sir.
He's hiding something from me. Officer Meekins, I insist that you tell me more about your recent movements.
Sir, I've been playing the Blue Badger this whole time, sir, and getting into it, too. I patrolled the park all while wearing this costume. And about 1 hour ago, I came over here, sir. I haven't seen any suspicious-looking people this whole time, sir. But I did see a badger, sir. A lone blue badger.
What you said just now is contradictory to the facts.
How so, Mr. Edgeworth?
This is what Officer Meekin's testimony contradicts. Okay, let's see. I did see a blue badger, a lone blue badger, but there's.
Well, hang on. Well, either it's 4 of them or it's the costumes.
It's the whole family.
Take that!
Your testimony contradicts this piece of evidence.
I'm just a little patrolman, so I don't understand what you're talking about, sir.
I can't see I get it either.
This isn't what I was looking for. I'm sorry, officer, but could you please repeat what you said one more time?
Of course, sir. I'd be honored to repeat myself as many times as needed, sir. For almost a whole little hour, I didn't see any suspicious-looking people around, sir. But I did see a badger, sir. A lone blue badger.
As I thought, what you said just now is contradictory to the facts.
Okay, so what exactly is so contradictory, Mr. Edgeworth?
This is what Officer Meekin's testimony contradicts. No. It has to be this photo rally. Or is it costume separating the head and body? It said it was left in the isolation room. Is it this?
Take that!
No, not this one. No, okay. Okay, so for almost a whole little hour, I didn't see any suspicious-looking people around, but I did see a badger, sir. A lone blue badger. This is what Officer Meekin's
I would probably just do the pamphlet with the 4... Well, hold on. No, that's not... So it's not the map. Look at that. Take that!
That's it. Officer Meekins, let's back things up. I'd like to ask you about your last statement.
Sir, of course, sir. If that's your wish, Mr. Prosecutor, this little patrolman will wait as long as I am commanded to wait.
You said that you saw a blue badger, correct? And yet, if you take a look at this, what you saw was not supposed to happen. This park is supposed to have only one of each badger in it at any given time. Which means that as long as you are the blue badger, Officer Meekins, you should not have seen another blue badger wandering the premises.
What, sir?
Then that would mean that there are 2 blue badgers walking around. But why?
Remember the 8 boxes? There were 4. There are all those costumes.
Well then. Costumes, a second blue badger. Well then, here we go. Ha! A second blue badger that shouldn't exist. Clearly, the true identity of the person underneath is...
Oh, I know. It's one of the kidnappers, right? The person wore a costume to get away.
Oh. Precisely. After all, the costumes that went missing from the storage area are
A blue badger, a proto badger, and a bad badger.
yes, those three.
So there are 3 phony badgers running around in the park somewhere, huh?
Stolen costumes that Jada jotted down in my organizer. The kidnapper stole 3 costumes, a blue, a proto, and a bad one. What kind of shoes? If only we knew we'd be able to track the kidnappers from the footprints. The identity is like, that may be it. Ha! Now that we know that the kidnappers were wearing badger costumes, those footprints from earlier take on a new and very significant meaning.
Oh, you mean now we know which tracks belong to the kidnappers, right?
Yes, more than shoe prints. We need to follow the paw prints of badgers.
Okay, Mr. Edgeworth, it's time to use those footprints and go badger hunting.
I'm feeling something. I'm feeling all kind of something. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Back into the action in a minute.
Oh, dang. What's that time? It's time to get back into the action. And once again, here are your hosts, the Cannonball, the Cannon, the Steel Twins. All right,
Thanks
so
very
we're back.
Why don't we get right to it? Live scene.
Yeah, so things have just started to get interesting. So let's go.
So we're looking for footprints made by a costume. Hey, I think I found them. There are two sets here.
They both do look like possible candidates.
This set is walking off to the west. Ugh, it just stops. I can't make heads or tails of where it's headed from here.
I think we can assume it's headed towards the stadium.
I wonder where the other set leads. This one seems to be headed east. Huh? Quick, Mr. Edgeworth, I got him! I got one of the culprits!
No, I'm not a kidnapper, sir.
Okay. Clearly these footprints belong to Officer Meekins, but our criminals were each wearing a costume.
Aha! Maybe they came over to this garage for something?
That's what I would suppose. Officer Meekins, if you could step aside for a moment, we need to examine the garage.
Sir, Roger Wilco, sir.
Let's open the shutter and see what we find.
Maybe we'll find the kidnappers hiding inside.
Probably not.
Ah!
What? What in the hell? We seem to have stumbled across a dead body. She must be in severe shock and the first to find it. Now, who is this man? Beg pardon. It's Holden. Mr. Amano, are you saying that this man is...
Yes, he's my butler. How could something like this have happened?
Indeed. Why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? I better investigate this crime scene quickly before Agent Lang or his men return. The kidnapper's footprints lead right into this garage and right to a dead body. Is it possible one of the kidnappers is now a murder victim? Could it be?
Ow!
From my cursory examination, I believe this man died of a fatal bullet wound. Preliminary findings jotted down my organizer.
Well, he's also blood on his shoulder. Check it out.
You sure? You sure are calm for someone who just found a body.
It's surprising what one can become accustomed to in the span of 2 days. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. All right, let's take a look at this. As long as that Interpol agent is in control of this case, I'm not going to be able to have a real autopsy done on the victim. I'm no doctor. Let's see what I can piece together myself. There are 2 gunshot wounds, one in his abdomen and one on his shoulder.
So that means he was shot twice?
No, I don't think so. I think the abdominal one is an entry wound, and the one near his shoulder is the exit wound.
Nice! I knew you could figure it out.
It comes with experience, and I've seen my share of crime scenes. Speaking of experience, this crime scene is a bit too clean for a murder with a bullet went clean through. I should make a note of this oddity. Preliminary findings data updated in my organizer. Bullet entered his abdomen and exited through his shoulder.
You know what? This isn't the original murder scene. There's a pendant on his neck.
This is an unusually shaped pendant.
What is it? Is it something valuable?
She seems to have regained some of her composure.
It looks like a horse pendant. It's got an antique feel about it, and it's really pretty. Hold on. This is made of platinum silver. Nice! It is worth something after all. Ooh, and look! There's something written on the back. Colin Deveray. It's a name.
Colin Deveray. But this man's name is...
What?
I gotta do something here. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? wait a minute. This piece of evidence alone solves this whole case.
Really? You think so? Because, to be honest, I don't really see how it solves anything. You must be confused jumping from a kidnapping to a murder. Yeah, that's it.
I can't believe I made such a large blunder that even this little girl could point it out.
All right, so let's see.
There's got to be deduction somehow.
What about the car in front of him? I can't do that. Go down. Keep going. Go down about the lines too. What is L1? What does L1 show? Victim was a kidnapper.
Hold on a minute.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
Let's take a look at the evidence here. Only one of each badger.
Here's what I say. Deduce the pendant again. Go to profiles, and go to Oliver Deacon, and then I guess you can't do anything there.
Not yet.
Oh, never mind. I'll go up. Wait. Now, we'll go to profiles. So so that's silhouette there? Oh, that's Lance Amano. Never mind. All right.
Wait, could it be that? Eureka! No. Not this. But, huh? There's something. He's holding something. He's holding something, but what is it?
I don't. It would have lit up if he was holding something. Okay, go back. So.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm not gonna restart this sting thing. There's no way.
Well, keep looking around. Because.
Let's see. There's a pendant. Got some horse pendant. Horse pendant got an antique feel. Chain of platinum. Something written on the back. Colin Deveray. It's a name.
Good. Ask what's his nuts about it.
Mr. Amano, this body.
Yes? That's my butler, Oliver. How could something like this have happened?
Indeed. Why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with?
So, I was hoping he would share. Talk to Officer Meekins, I guess. Oh no, wait. There's another. Okay, stop right there. Yeah, look at that.
Oh.
It's a set of tire tracks originating from the garage.
Aha! So that means a car left from the garage at some time, right?
Correct. But for the car to leave these tracks, it would mean that it left during a passing rain. That's the only explanation as to why these tracks are made of mud. 3 treads. I think we can also safely assume it's a special type of car. What a peculiar car.
Yeah, from the look of it, it must be the blue Badgermobile. And it has 3 tires, so maybe it left those tire tracks behind?
That's simply not possible. That's simply not possible.
Huh? Why?
Take a look at the tires. There's no mud stuck to them. Therefore, it must have been here since before it started to rain.
Oh, gotcha. Good eye.
It's a shame I didn't see any other clues around.
I wonder if that alone is the clue. Well, yeah. Talk to this guy. Yeah.
Excuse me, but if you could just let me through here. Sorry, I can't let anyone through. Agent Lang's orders. I suppose I'll have to deal with this impasse for now. There has to be something that connects this with that. Something that connects with the pamphlet, the Badger photo rally, the Bad Badger's head. Victim, Oliver Deacon, age 15, time of death, pending autopsy, cause of death, preliminary findings indicate a loss of blood resulting from a gunshot wound, entry point, lower right abdomen, exit point, right shoulder. Despite the fact that the final bullet went clean through the body, there is very little blood at the site where the body was found.
So this isn't where he was killed. He was dumped here. So maybe look for where he was really killed. Okay.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, isn't this one of those things the horses to? You tie the horses to?
Yes, although the horses are in another location at the moment.
Aw, you were here. I was hoping I would get to ride one.
You know how to ride a horse?
Nope. Never rode one in my life. But I have an Asian friend who was born in the year of the horse.
Non-sequitur is the only way to describe your logic.
Can you open that door by there?
This one?
It's not. No, never mind.
All right, we're gonna take another commercial break. We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
Hang on. We're opening the Google machine.
Yep. So hold on, folks.
Okay.
All right, prosecutor's badge. Prove my profession. However, I prefer to keep it in my pocket. Gatewater Land pamphlet, map, and explanation of park attractions listed. Badger photo rally. There's one of each badger in the park. Try to get the whole badger family. Bad Badger's head. Costumes separate into head and body. This head was left in the isolation room. Book detailing info into the whole badger family. Blue Badger Bible. Stolen costumes. The kidnapper stole 3 costumes: a blue, a proto, and a bad badger. Preliminary findings. The victim was Oliver Deacon, but bullet enters abdomen and exits through his shoulder.
Okay.
No, that's not quite it. I would actually go under walkthrough. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So let's see.
Turnabout, or the kidnap turnabout, beginning. Go all the way down for a little bit. Actually, investigation, Wild Wild West area.
Kind of shoes.
Look up. Okay, there's that. Okay, the victim's name.
Deduce the pendant and present the preliminary findings. What? So it's that simple?
Okay, let's take a look. There's something not right about the name on the pendant. Oh, it's that simple, isn't it? Sorry about that, folks. The victim is the Amano family butler, and his name is Oliver Deacon, but the name on the pendant is Colin Deveray.
I wonder what's up with that.
I don't know, but I think we've hit upon an important piece of information. Mr. Deacon's pendant data jotted down in my organizer. It's shaped like a horse. Colin Deveray is engraved on the back. Investigation complete. Refill.
Oh man, that's refreshing. Hans.
This is probably her girlfriend. This is probably her girlfriend speaking. So,
Lance, where are you, sweetie?
excuse me, but you are.
Oh, this is bad. He's really good looking. Stop it, Lauren. You can't let yourself fall for a playboy like him. You're in love with... Sounds like someone doesn't know the meaning of the phrase inner monologue, huh?
Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but might you be a friend of Lance?
Yes, I'm Lance's girlfriend. My name is Lauren Pops.
Lollipops.
Oh, jeez.
His girlfriend?
Oh, Oh, it's not like that. We're more like friends, and, we're not lovers or anything. We haven't gotten that far yet. But I guess that's how people are gonna see it, so I should just accept it. I even got this ring as a present from Lance. You know what she reminds me of? A cartoon character.
Yeah.
How ironic, they're all cartoon characters.
May I inquire as to why you are here?
I haven't been able to get in contact with Lance lately, and I began to get really worried. Oh, I looked everywhere for him, and then I heard about the kidnapping, so I came here. Wow, you're really strong for having made it through all this by yourself. Is it true? Has Lance really been kidnapped?
No one is supposed to know, but yes, it's true.
What happened to that bump on her arm?
Beats me.
Oh, Lance. I can't believe you've been spirited away. I wonder how you're doing right now. Looks like she's gone back to the fair maiden in love routine. So, Mr. Edgeworth, where do we go from here?
Well, we found a body, so we should look into the murder.
Hold it. Hold it.
Not so fast.
My men brought me up to speed over the radio. And I have to say, you really should have called. I heard you found something very intriguing.
I have nothing to hide, Agent Lang. It's exactly what you see before you.
I'll take it from here. Yeah, that guy's really dead. Hey, you waiting for an invitation? Hurry up and detain the suspect, now!
Suspect? Who?
Officer Meekins, is it? You're coming with us.
What? Sir, I had nothing to do with it, sir.
Agent Lang, don't you think you're being a bit rash? Do you even have a good reason to suspect Officer Meekins?
I leave that kind of stuff to you prosecutors. It's your job after all. Like I said earlier, the crime scene isn't as forgiving as your precious courtroom.
That's your answer?
I know you like your logic and reasoning, but that sort of impractical fluff is not needed out here in the field. All you have to do is arrest suspicious person after suspicious person. That's how you eliminate crime from the streets.
But that's also precisely how you unnecessarily arrest innocent people by mistake.
Innocent people? Nonsense. There's no such thing as an innocent person. We've all got a blemish or two in our hearts.
That's tyranny. I won't allow such a thing to go on unchecked before my eyes.
Too bad you don't call the shots around here.
As I have sworn to uphold the laws of this land, I cannot allow you to take this man in. That you would arrest a man on false charges without even conducting an investigation. Have you no honor as a member of law enforcement?
Yo, how dare you speak so disrespectfully to our Shifu? Hold it. You amuse me, Mr. Prosecutor. Lang Zi says, every pack has its own rules. If you can play by their rules and come out on top, that is a true victory. All right, I'll give your beloved laws a fair shake. I'll show you just how much investigating I've done. Through my line of logic.
All right, here we go. Long Lang's logic.
I've seen a lot of bodies like the one being carted off in my time. I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out, right? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. Not unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins. Isn't that right?
Well, what the hell's that got to do with anything?
That is your reasoning?
Solid as a rock. It's based on a philosophy of detainment.
What's this philosophy of detainment?
Huh, you don't know? In that case, pay attention, girlie. In my country, the criminals have a saying, beware of the wolf.
Why the wolf?
Because in my language, Lang means wolf, and you don't mess with me or my pack. And as for the detainment philosophy,
Its father is my honorable ancestor Lang Zi. You'd think I have heard of him and his teachings if he is that famous. Lang Zi developed it as he worked to lock criminals away thousands of years ago. To this day, the Zhengfa police still trains its recruits using his philosophies.
But thousands of years ago? That makes your story about as believable as a fairy tale.
Anything wears down and breaks over time. Do you really believe something as ancient as that can be applied to today's world? You want to put it to a test? Yeah, I love that voice, by the way.
I kind of basically think about Sabretooth from the X-Men, because that's exactly who he looks like.
Yep, there you go. I've seen a lot of bodies like the one being carted off at my time.
Go ahead.
I could say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out, right? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. Not unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins, isn't that right? Hold it! If that's the case, there are plenty of other officers who might be potential suspects. You're not seriously going to arrest each and every one of them, are you? As if I would need to. I've already looked into everyone else here. Oh? Other than Officer Meekins, I know no one else's weapon has been fired. How did you check every single person's weapon in such a short span of time? That's because each and every one of my subordinates is extremely capable. It didn't take more than a few minutes to conduct the entire investigation. The power of sheer numbers. But you have yet to check Officer Meekins' weapon, correct?
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me. Hey you, show me your gun.
Ow!
What's wrong? Why did he look so sickly pale all of a sudden?
Somebody stole his gun. Gun?
What did you say? I can't hear you. Stop mumbling and spit it out already.
Sir, I lost my gun, sir!
How could you be so irresponsible? In the end, it looks like you're still the only suspect we've got. You're the one who waited here outside this garage to ambush and kill the victim. So you think that Officer Meekins waited here to kill the victim, do you, Lang? I think this little accusation deserves a lot more scrutiny. Officer Meekins ambushed the victim in this garage and killed him here with his gun. That is not true. Objection! Oh, I see. That murder's somewhere else. Unfortunately for you, Ancient Lang, that is simply not possible. What do you mean? You've seen the crime scene for yourself, and while you were looking, did you not think to yourself that it was a little too clean? Yeah. So you did notice that there was too little blood. Do you still wish to claim that Officer Meekins committed to the murder here? Because this isn't the crime scene, and if it was your men who led you to think it was, then I suggest you leave this case to the local police to set the record straight. Not bad. I see your logic could be just as sound as mine. In that case, let me ask you this. Don't you think it's weird that Officer was hanging out around here in the first place? Weird? How so? Hey you, your squad's not even supposed to be in this area, right? What were you doing neglecting your duties and loafing around here? Don't you dare give me some lame excuse like I found myself taking a walk.
But sir, I really did take a walk, sir.
You're a disgrace. How dare you take your pack obligations so lightly? Officer Meekins is looking extra meek. Is he hiding something?
Mr. Edgeworth, please, sir. Save me the way you did earlier, please, sir.
Officer Meekins, please give us a detailed account of what happened.
Sir, not you too.
Oh boy.
Meekins' testimony.
It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the blue Badger-mobile, sir. But I got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to the children, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir.
Well, I don't think he's right because
What is this blue Badger-mobile?
It's a moving store on wheels that sells sweet dreams and merchandise, sir.
Edgeworth was just a young souvenir shop.
Oops, sorry guys.
So the Blue Badger-mobile is just a roaming souvenir shop?
Sir, I swear I was chasing the kidnappers down while I was being a good dream merchant.
oh Jesus! All right, so check it out.
Mobile shop on 3 wheels was parked inside the Wild
Wild West area. So if it was parked in the garage, why? Yeah, that's definitely going to be the testimony that you're going to look at. Anyway,
He seems rather worked up, even more than his usual hyperactive self.
He sure seems sure of what he's saying.
Can you try to calm down and lower your voice to a more reasonable level, officer?
Sir, Roger, sir.
All right, we're gonna get to it. Time for a rebuttal.
It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger-mobile, sir.
that's not right because the garage.
Objection! Officer Meekins, I would appreciate it if you didn't tell such transparent lies.
Sir, I'm lying, sir.
Yes, you are. If you were really out there selling dreams with the Blue Badger-mobile until recently, then what is it doing here inside the garage?
Ah! Actually, I just lost track, sir.
Lost track of what?
By the time I realized that the Blue Badger-mobile was nowhere to be found, sir.
Which would mean it was perhaps stolen?
And that's when I came back to this area thinking maybe it was in the garage, sir. But that's when you found me, Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
Not so fast. A likely story. Who do you think is going to buy such a convenient tale as that?
And what exactly is so convenient about his story?
The car getting stolen. It's completely unbelievable, even for a cover story. And I think we can assume the car was used all right.
Lucifer, thank you so much for joining the channel, man. What's up? Good luck on your stream. Just saying hi. I can't stay.
Hey, thanks for stopping by even for 30 seconds.
Absolutely, man.
But I think we can assume the car was used all right to move the dead body.
What?
You killed the victim at some distant location, Officer Meekins, and then you used the Blue Badger-mobile to transport it all the way here. Now then, you're coming with me.
And it wasn't me, sir, the killer, sir. It wasn't me, sir.
Agent Lang, wait!
What do you want now?
We still don't know where the real scene of the crime is. You can't say we know all the facts of this case, let alone the truth.
I told you, truth schmooth, I couldn't care less. Our job is to catch the crook. You'll find out your precious truth after we arrest this guy and take him in. That's the job of you prosecutors in your fancy courts with your logic. As for us, we don't have that kind of time to waste.
You boorish buffoon!
I think you need to leave.
What?
We need to get the body to autopsy, and you guys are getting in the way.
You would interfere with another one of my investigations?
Hey now, let's not forget who holds the actual authority to conduct investigations here. I'm afraid the one doing the interrupting is you, my ignorant little pretty boy.
Whoa! Now be a good fancy boy and get out of my sight. If you don't, I'll arrest you for obstruction of justice. To be continued.
Oh, man.
Ooh, boy. All right, so they take... So now they take Officer Meekins away. I'm going to save him this one. It's been an hour and a half. What do you think?
What do you think? You're the one with the controller in his hands.
Let's continue. March 13th, 1:22 p.m. Gate Wonderland main gate. Ugh. Chased out like a pair of peasants.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Kay?
something even thieves should never steal. Do you know what that is?
You really shouldn't steal anything, however, I'll bite. What shouldn't a thief steal?
A life. It's too heavy of a burden on your soul to get away with, ever.
That's something we can agree on. Well said, Kay. No matter what we may try, murder is the one crime that can never truly be hidden. And I intend to prove that by my own hands, when I apprehend the murderer myself.
All right! And I'm gonna work extra hard to be a good assistant. Let's go!
I still never said she could be my assistant. I'm just gonna drop the issue. The first thing we should do is locate the real scene of the murder.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Detective Gumshoe.
Mr. Edgeworth, the stadium! Hurry, sir! This is supposed to be hush-hush, but they found a witness at the stadium.
A witness? Yeah, what did we tell you about leaving your assigned post?
The jig is up. Mr. Edgeworth, remember that I'm always rooting for you, so go get him, sir.
Those detectives sure look like they're enjoying themselves.
It's not all fun and games, Kay. Now then, let's head to the stadium and meet this witness. All right, here we go.
There's
What's
the
your-
pink badger.
March 13th, 1:42 p.m. Stadium. I thought there was a witness here. What?
Yeah, I don't see anyone.
Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, that's you.
Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, long time no see.
You are Ms. Emma Skye, correct? This girl is the younger sister of my former superior, Lana Skye. 2 years ago, we stood in the same courtroom together as a witness and prosecutor. But I thought she had gone to Europe to study forensics.
I can't believe you remember me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Of course I do. How have you been? You look to be in good spirits. Are you still studying abroad?
You bet. More than anything, I want to investigate crime scenes scientifically. I've been studying non-stop every day to become a top-notch forensic scientist. But it's spring break now, so I thought I'd come back for a bit.
I see. I almost didn't recognize you. You've really grown in these past few years.
Please don't tease me, Mr. Edgeworth. I know I still have a long way to go. But I'm going to be a super forensic scientist someday. You'll see. You seem to know Mr. Edgeworth really well. Are you two acquaintances? Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Emma Skye. Nice to meet you. I'm studying abroad now to be a forensic scientist. How about you? Wow, that's a great dream. My name's Kay Faraday, and I'm training to become an unstoppable great thief. A great thief?
Don't think too hard on it, Emma. It's not worth the trouble. In any case, we have much to catch up on.
You bet we do.
Emma Skye. So why are you here, Emma?
Well, I just happened to decide to come back home for spring break, and then I heard that you'd come back too, so I raced on over here. I really wanted to welcome you back at the airport, but I just missed you.
And how exactly did you know I was here?
Through the power of science, naturally. Never underestimate what science can do for you. I use these to track your footprints, and I follow them straight to you. This set is the greatest. It's so wonderfully scientific. You spray this chemical on the ground, and when you shine this special light on it, Zing! The footprints light up like an electrified noble gas in a glass tube. It's almost like magic, scientifically speaking.
Forensic science has never seemed more ominous to me than at this very moment. Witness. Emma, I'd like to ask you about what you witnessed.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Are you not the witness Detective Gumshoe told us about?
Well, I did get a call from Detective Gumshoe earlier. He was practically yelling at me. Mr. Edgeworth needs your scientific doohickeys right now, pal, he said.
What was that man thinking? Or rather, not thinking?
So let me guess. There's been a murder, right?
Yes, unfortunately. There's a sudden glint in her eyes. But I need to keep my mind focused on the witness. Now, where did that person go? Let's see, What's this?
Scientifically calculating and thinking critically about this. Then putting it in a way that transmits a feeling that I understand. Whew! Done. She makes it sound like she knows what she's talking about, but she really has no idea.
Admittedly, I am slightly confused by what she just rattled off. No,
It's okay.
I assume this is another Badgermobile?
Yeah, but it's a different color than the Blue Badger's car.
Yes, this is a retina searing pink model. What's that off in the distance? Uh-oh.
Oh, hey, it's the Pink Badger. Badger get!
Badger, 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 badger. Just what does she see in these silly... Just what does she see in these silly things? I think I know who's under there.
Oh, man. Ugh.
I think this badger has something to say to you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Are you by chance the witness I've been searching for? Sorry, but I don't speak badger dance.
Talk to.
I can't take being inside that stuffy head anymore.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Wendy Oldbag.
She's back.
Oh, dear.
You're... No! Why her? Why here? Why now? I first met this woman 3 years ago. She was a witness in one of my cases. She has since gone out of her way to pop up unexpectedly and cause me great grief. Edgy Poo! Why couldn't you understand what I was trying to tell you? I mean, really? I was trying so hard to keep the kids' dreams alive by staying in character, but you couldn't pick up on what I was trying to convey to you. I'm sick and tired of that roundabout way of talking, so I'm just going to be direct. I had a bad feeling before, but this just made it official. Today has gone beyond the typical not my day into the realm of waking nightmare.
So, you're a friend of Mr. Edgeworth too, Miss Pink Badger?
You could say that, but right now I'm just a Pink Badger, dearie. She may look the part, but I know better than to trust my eyes on this woman. My name is Wendy Oldbag, but you can call me Wendy or Granny or whatever suits your fancy.
Nice to meet you, Miss Oldbag. I'm Kate Faraday.
What do I care about a young whippersnapper like you?
Yeesh, I was just trying to be polite.
Oh, God. Okay, I did not see this coming.
Wendy Oldbag. Weren't you a security guard at one of the Gatewater hotels the last time we met? I know where I'm needed. I'm very good at what I do, unlike the youth of today. I get called in all the time to fill in when there aren't enough hands. But enough about me, Edgy Poo. I'm thoroughly dejected right now. I finally get the chance to see you again, and here you are, talking with two young girls. Men are all the same. It doesn't matter how old you are, young girls. They say you and I find it annoys me. You ain't got a race, you ain't I don't see what it is at all. Let's see what this is. Men are all the same. It doesn't matter how old the kid. If he continues to flirt with young girls, why just the other day it happened to my young when it finally got to notice me? He went and got into an arranged marriage with an 18-year-old. I don't see what he sees in her at all. As they say, the permission takes 3 years to ripen. That girl.
You seem to attract all sorts of interesting people, Mr. Edgeworth.
Kay, please, I'm begging you. By all means, do not provoke her any further.
Oh my god.
Aren't you forgetting about something, Mr. Edgeworth? This person could be the witness.
Honestly, I hope she isn't, but I don't think fate is going to be so kind today. I saw what happened. I even saw the exact moment it happened. How's that?
So it's true. She is the witness.
I don't suppose I can afford to ignore the old bag. Yes, it was just a little while ago. I saw it happen right in front of me. The moment of the murder. You mean to say that you witnessed someone being killed right before your eyes?
Sounds like a pretty important piece of testimony to me.
Oh boy, here we go. One old bag witness. I came to the stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and I saw 2 men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you.
Gorilla like a...
Looks like we hit the jackpot, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, I can't afford to ignore what she has to say. Unfortunately... What's that unfortunately you tacked on at the end supposed to mean, Magic Pooh?
Well, anyway, let's see what we can find out from this little old lady.
Okay. Time to grill like a hamburger. One old bag witness. He came to the stadium to take a short break. Hold it. You mean you took a break from being the pink badger? You may not think it, but it's hard work keeping kids' dreams alive. You smell of sweat, your hip creaks with pain, you didn't even begin to dream about work.
That's the kind of story that would scar a child for life, you know.
Well, that's why I chose to come take my break here, whippersnapper. I don't plan on playing a part of the dead badger in front of a bunch of kids. So what did you see while you, the pink badger, were resting? Oh yes, that. Well, as I was resting, I happened to glance over and I saw 2 men facing each other in that area. Hold it. You saw 2 men? Can you describe them for me? They looked like your average Joes, completely uninteresting and not worth fighting over. I'm telling you, they were so boring that I don't even remember much beyond that. But did they have any special features? Anything you can recall would be very helpful. Oh my, don't tell me you're jealous of those 2 men.
Hey, she's right. You do seem pretty worked up over them, Edgeworth.
I'm not worked up over anyone, and I'm not jealous. It's all right, Edgy Poo. Those 2 were just foals compared to a stallion like you. I thought so little of them that I lost interest in the instant I laid eyes on them. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot, and the person who was shot fell to the ground. Oops. Very terrifying experience, I tell you. Hold it. You're claiming to have seen the exact moment in which the murder took place? Absolutely. That gun made a terrible racket when it was fired.
You didn't try to go help the person that got shot?
I'm only one person, you smart alecky brat. What could I have done? But I took off as soon as I could find to find someone who get out. 2 men, 1 bullet. It's all consistent with what we found out from the body. Sadly, there wasn't exactly a lot of new information to go on in your testimony. Well, if I saw the guy again, I'm sure I could identify him for you. I mean, how do you expect me to remember anything without something to jog my memory?
Self-centered, aren't we?
While it was somewhat useful, her testimony also presents us with a new problem.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes?
so about this new problem,
What is that giant grin on your face for?
you want me to show you something really nice?
No, thank you.
Now, don't be so mean. I swear it's something you're gonna like.
What is that gadget you're holding?
What you see before you is the secret weapon of a great thief.
Ah, I should have known it would be worthless.
Aw, don't be like that. What do you think now?
What is it doing? It's projecting something into the air.
I'm gonna input the necessary information to run the simulation now. Once I'm done, I'll increase the size of the projection to its maximum size. dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares to take wing, one alone remains all-seeing. Now witness the true power of a real, modern-day Robin Hood!
Uh-oh. Whoa! Recreation! What is this?
This is a recreation of the murder based on the info I inputted into Little Thief.
Little thief? I dare say I think you're taking the Robin Hood thing a bit too far.
Little Thief is actually meant to be a simulator for me to plan my thefts. But I suppose if I use it like this... Let's see. Miss Oldback said that the two men were facing each other, and then a gunshot rang out, and the victim fell to the ground.
Ah, so with this, we can inspect the crime scene as it was in the past.
See? So what do you think?
I have to say, I'm impressed by the technology thieves have access to these days.
Well, it is the super secret weapon of the mighty Yatagarasu.
Indeed.
Oh, but if there isn't enough information, or if something is out of place, the recreation could come out a little strange.
In other words, I can use this to authenticate the validity of a witness's testimony.
You got it. You really catch on quick, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right now, the simulation is a recreation of that witness's testimony. So for now, I should re-examine everything. And if I find anything illogical or strange, I can then ask for clarification.
Feel free to examine anything in the simulation in the way you always do. You can even present evidence when you find a contradiction. And if you find something, I got Little Thief with me. So you just let me know, okay?
Begin investigation. Stadium.
Alright, so... Go ahead.
According to the testimony, the victim fell to the ground here.
That's right. But
if that's the case, then we've already found our first contradiction.
huh? What? Where?
If this is the real scene of the crime, there's something missing that should be here. Which piece of evidence shows the missing item?
Well, it's either...
It's the pendant, but...
It's either the pendant or the blood. I mean...
Maybe you're still adjusting to the simulation?
Yes, that's it. Allow me to find my bearings, and I'll present the contradiction again. Maybe I need to review the evidence again. It should go without saying that the truth lies in what is missing from this scene. So what's...
Now, where's blood? So I would say the murder notes.
This is the contradiction.
Huh? Is something wrong with my recreation?
If this is the real scene of the crime, something specific should be here. If you think back, how did we deduce that the other crime scene was not the real one?
Oh, I get what's missing now. There's no blood on the ground here either, right?
Right. The fact that there is no blood here casts doubt on the witness's testimony. Edgy Boo! How can you doubt me like that? Are you calling me a liar? I know what I saw, and I saw the victim get shot down.
You know, I don't think she's lying, Mr. Edgeworth.
To be honest, I can't think of a reason why she would lie to me. In that case, maybe there is another explanation for the distinct lack of blood.
Alright, so...
Following the kidnappers, was the victim in a costume?
Was the victim in a costume? Oh.
Is it not possible that the victim was wearing a costume?
So, you really think that Mr. Deacon was one of the kidnappers?
I think we can reasonably assume that there is a very good chance that he was, and that if he was shot while he was inside one of those stolen costumes...
And Mr. Deacon's blood would be inside the costume instead of on the ground.
Precisely. Now, if only we could prove that the victim was wearing a costume...
You think it'd be pretty easy if we could find some footprints, but the problem is finding them, since there doesn't seem to be any around.
Footprints, huh? I wonder how we can go about finding some of those.
And I wonder who could help us with that. Why don't we talk to Emma?
This is amazing. Just feel the power of science.
Emma, about that method you were talking about for finding footprints.
Ah, finally, my expert knowledge in forensics is needed.
Yes, well, can you detect and trace even partial footprints?
Leave it to me. My cutting-edge detection kit can find anything.
Very well. If you could please analyze the footprints in this area.
Okay, stand back now and witness the power of science at work. Hey, I found something. Look, right there.
I don't see anything.
Oh, that's right. Here, put these special glasses on, Mr. Edgeworth. These footprints here were...
Oops, sorry. These footprints here were definitely left by a badger costume.
Judging by the way the prints are layered, those seem to be the newest.
Then we can conclude that the victim was definitely wearing a costume at the time.
How did Wendy Oldbag enter scene? She was wearing a costume herself.
Right. Victim's costume is dated jotted down on my organizer. He was likely wearing one due to footprint shape like.
Unless, well, I don't know. Go back.
Okay, in that case, I'll update Little Thief simulation parameters.
Before you do, press history. Judging by the way the prints are layered, those seem to be the newest. Right? That's when Wendy was walking into the scene.
I can't wait to see what we find out from this new info.
Well, the ground's dry, so...
Investigation complete. So the victim was wearing a costume when he died.
And with that, we should be one step closer to the truth, right?
I see the recreation has changed in accordance with the new information. We may be closer, but now something else has caught my attention.
Right. I mean, well, first of all, he was shot in the stomach.
What do you want? Your testimony, naturally. I'd like to hear it one more time, if you please. What old bag witness? Came to the stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and I saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly there was a loud gunshot and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It's a very terrifying experience, let me tell you.
So, does this mean that Miss Oldback's testimony has a contradiction in it?
Yes, and I believe our best course of action is to compare it with your recreation.
See? I just knew Little Thief would be of help. Now let's see if we can pull more info from Ms. Oldbag to put it into the recreation.
For that, we must first find the contradiction in her testimony. Well, I think I know where to go. Stadium, take a short break. Resting and having a glance over, I saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly there was a loud gunshot and the person was shot fell to the ground. But he was likely wearing one due to footprint shape and a lack of blood.
Objection!
Hold on for a second. What you said just now and this piece of evidence. What is it now? If you have something to say, then out with it already. Never mind.
This is the first time I've seen you make a face like that, Mr. Edgeworth.
That's because it was reserved all for me. Only I get to see it.
Ah, so that's why.
I'd appreciate it if you kept your morbid fantasies to yourself.
Let's see what story mode tells us.
All right, looks like very terrifying.
Press her on that last statement, I guess.
Hold it.
I guess.
Well, don't you have anything to say to me? No, not especially. You're so cold, Edgy Boo, but that is exactly what I like about you.
You sure are one tough cookie, one part unshakable and one part scary.
What's that smart mouth of yours, Misty? What do you know about my fragile heart? Knowing what we know now, thanks to your recreation.
The contradiction stands out like a giant sore thumb.
Precisely. It's all becoming clear to me. Let's clear up this issue with some well-presented evidence and get this over with. All right, what's this? Where's the contradiction? So I was resting, I happened to glance over and I saw two men facing each other in that area. That's where the contradiction lies. Now, where is that? Is it this? Objection! That's what it was. Wrong statement. 2 men? How did you know the gender of the 2 people involved, seeing as how the victim was wearing a costume at the time? Furthermore, I have another matter I'd like to inquire about. I'd very much like to know why you failed to mention the costume in your testimony. I'm beginning to doubt if you really witnessed the murder at all.
But I'm telling you, I really didn't see it. I saw it with my very own eyes. From a seat in the second tier.
The second tier?
Hey, didn't you say you saw it right in front of you earlier?
That was, I was using a phrase in a metaphorical sense.
I see our witness still has a screw loose in the metaphorical sense.
The courtesy seats in the second tier are reserved for hot-shot VIPs, which is exactly why I go there now and again to take a nap.
I can't see how you could have gotten a good look from there. It's so high up.
Were you able to see even the victim's costume from way up there?
Well, I know I saw 2 people, but I couldn't really see what they looked like because they were in the stage's shadow. My eyesight isn't what it used to be, Not like when I was young, people used to call it,
Let's return to our investigation, shall we, Kay?
You got it.
Uh-oh. Begin investigation. Stadium. It's the silhouette of the killer with his gun at the ready. Kay, is it not possible to recreate the face of the killer?
Well, I can't exactly input what we don't know in The Little Thief.
She has a point. Oh, Alex Michael, thank you so much for liking the stream, my man.
Thank you so much.
This new silhouette of the victim is in the costume.
The silhouettes can change depending on the information I input, but Little Thief can recreate more than just people. So investigate away. You may even find more info with which to make a more accurate sim.
All right, sounds like a plan. It looks like they broke the stage down. Oh!
I guess this means they're done for the day.
Or maybe it's because a different show is scheduled to start its run tomorrow. That's going to be crucial. No.
Here, L1. Logic.
Oh, okay.
Stage was packed up in the shadow of the stage.
If that woman's testimony is to be believed, the murder occurred before the stage was broken down.
Want me to input that bit of info into Little Thief?
Yes, if you please.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Take a look at...
This new silhouette of the victim is in the costume.
Silhouettes can change depending on the information I input. Little Thief can recreate more than just people. So investigate away. Maybe you can find more info with which to make a more accurate sim.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Well, the killer couldn't have been they couldn't have been facing each other like that, because he's stuck in the stage.
There is clearly...
A contradiction here.
Please stop stealing my lines.
Oh, come on. It wasn't that hard to see a comment, even for a layman like me.
I suppose. In any case, it's not possible for the killer to have stood here in that way, because there was a very real stage set up in this spot at that time.
Yeesh, I told you I got it. Do you feel the need to explain everything?
Yes, well, in any case, we still need to resolve this unusual situation.
Isn't it obvious? The killer was on top of the stage, naturally.
So remember, he said that the entry wound was in the back, and the bullet came out his shoulder.
Yeah.
Nay.
It's the other way around.
It was the other way around. It went into his shoulder and out his back.
Ah.
Right, Miss Oldbag?
Yes, I remember now. The killer was standing on top of the stage.
See? Now let me update the info in the simulation.
See? I knew that was gonna come into play somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Investigation complete.
The Governors? Well, well, what have we here? Bunch of hooligans running amok, I see.
Agent Lang, how nice of you to join us.
Well, I can't have you going around messing up my crime scenes.
Agent Lang, we've discovered that the real scene of the murder is here, the stadium.
I see. Thanks.
For what?
I'm just trying to show you my appreciation for all the time you saved me. Who knew that such a strange little toy could recreate a crime scene like that?
Little Thief is not a toy.
You two.
Sir!
Oh, they put the stage back together. And there's circles behind there. And there you have it. See? Big boys like me don't need silly toys, little girl. Now this is a recreation.
So what? Do you still intend to assert that Officer Meekins is the killer?
Of course, even knowing that the crime scene took place here doesn't let him off the hook.
We'll see about that, little boy. Agent Lang's logic.
This is the real scene of the crime. Officer Meekins lay in wait for the victim on top of the stage. And when the victim finally showed, he shot him from on high. That's the truth your little recreation showed.
How far will you go to accuse Officer Meekins of the crime?
He's the most likely suspect we've got, especially given the situation with his gun.
Well, even if he is the killer, at least my recreation was on the mark.
You see? Thank you for understanding, my little crow girl.
I'm not some common crow. I'm the Yatagarasu, the Raven of Legend.
Unfortunately, your conclusion has yet to be tested, so let's see how well it holds up. What? Oh, yeah. Agent Lane's logic. Okay, time for a little rebuttal.
This is the real scene of the crime. Officer Meekins lay in wait for the victim on top of the stage. And when the victim finally showed, he shot him from on high.
I think this may be... Objection! See that? That's where the reverse thing comes to play. I'm terribly sorry, Agent Lang. I should have warned you that our recreation is incomplete. You cut in quite unexpectedly, after all.
What's that supposed to mean?
You said that the victim was shot by the killer from up above, correct? I hate to break it to you, but that's not possible.
Huh? Why not?
Recall Mr. Deacon's body, specifically where the gunshot wounds were located.
Actually, I didn't get that good of a look.
Oh, well then. The bullet entered Mr. Deacon in his abdominal region and exited his right shoulder. This is more consistent with an angled shot from beneath the victim.
Then,
Yes, our recreation had the victim being shot at an angle from above.
a clear contradiction.
You're discounting your own conclusions?
No, this one point is the only flaw. This was a mistaken parameter in our recreation. The killer and victim's locations.
Yep.
Yes, the locations of the killer and the victim were wrong.
I get it. I see what you're trying to say.
I believe the killer and the victim were standing opposite to what we initially thought. It was the victim who was on top of the stage as he was being shot by the killer. And this is what happened. It also explained the positioning of the gunshot wounds.
what about the footprints?
Since footprints don't lie, we can assume then that the killer also wore a costume.
Okay, I'll try using that data instead.
Judging by the fact that both the killer and the victim were wearing costumes, I say it was a killing between the two kidnappers. That would be the most natural conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Agent Lang?
Well done, Mr. Prosecutor. But that alone doesn't clear Officer Meekins of the crime.
Uh-oh. Another bit of proof.
I ask that you take another good look at the tire marks over there. The 3 marks are indicative of the Blue Badger mobile. That story Officer Meekins told about that shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie. He drove the Blue Badger mobile here and committed the murder. Then he used the car to move the body to the garage in the Wild Wild West area.
You believe he moved the body with the car?
That's right. It was Officer Meekins himself who pointed us to it. It was Officer Meekins himself who pointed us to the way he did it.
The 3-tire tread marks are very telling. However, is the Blue Badgermobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern?
Nope.
No way. Time for a rebuttal. Another bit of proof.
I ask that you take another good look at the tire marks over there. The 3 marks are indicative of the Blue Badger mobile. That story Officer Meekins told about that shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie. He drove the Blue Badger mobile here and committed the murder.
Nope, that is not true. Mobile without 3 wheels is parked inside the Wild West garage.
Yeah, there's no mud on the tires.
Objection! Yeah, good call there, brother. Sorry, Agent Lang, but that's an impossible tale.
Why is that?
Those tire marks could not have been left by Officer Meekins' Blue Badgermobile. One look at the car would have told you so. What proves that the Blue Badgermobile had never been to the stadium?
Take that!
Take a good look at the tires. There's not a single dollop of mud to be found on it. If this car had come to the backstage area and left those tire tracks, then the lack of mud on these tires stands out as very peculiar indeed.
Then how do you explain the tire tracks, genius?
Hey, I got it! What about Miss Oldbag's pink Badgermobile?
Don't be ridiculous. I was sleeping the entire time in the second-tier seats.
Indeed, I believe we can rule her out as someone related to the crime. However, there is yet one more roving store, as I recall.
Oh, you mean the Proto Badger?
That's right. There was one more parking space inside that garage, and it proves the existence of a Proto Badgermobile. Agent Lang, I suggest you find this Proto Badgermobile post-haste. There must still be some sort of incriminating evidence in it.
Hey, did you hear something?
Hell?
Uh-oh. Is it... Who is that?
Help me.
Are you alright?
Well, this is something. Looks like we found our kidnapping victim. Where were you all this time? Wild West with kidnappers.
He was in the room next to the one I was held in?
Ran away using underground and got lost. The kidnappers. What is it? I can't understand what you're trying to say. The kidnappers escaped wearing costumes. Did you see the faces of your kidnappers? No, I didn't see their faces. But 2. One was a woman.
A woman?
Quite an important piece of testimony. Hey, what are you guys doing? Stop standing there and get your cops on this already. I'll even let you guys have what the kid said just now. Consider it a gift. Now, are you gonna get out of my crime scene, or am I gonna have to get rough? Ugh. Again?
You're nothing but a big bully. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go.
Oh, no. Not you. You're a very important witness for my case. I'm not about to let you get away that easily.
Don't count on me to testify because I won't. Not for you.
That's right, I won't either. You hear me, you young whippersnapper?
Hey, calm down. There's no need for all this hostility. I just want to take a statement from each of you. I'm not gonna rough either of you up. I give you my word. Come now, fair maidens. What do you say? Will you cooperate?
Fair maidens? My, you little rascal, you sure know the way to a woman's heart.
Lang Zi says, the passage of time is but a fleeting moment, and a lady is young forever.
Trying to outdo my edgy boo with your fancy schmancy sayings. Let's get this over with. So we're clear, I'm not only interested in giving you my statement.
Sure, just as soon as Mr. Prosecutor leaves us be.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh boy.
To be continued.
All right, looks like a good time to hop off of here.
Man, what tangled webs we weave here.
Yeah, buddy. Savor progress, getting it turned about. So, all right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, cuz
You
never know.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and close this game right now, and okay, snuck back here. A little bit of this music. Let's listen to that music for a bit. Okay, that's enough of that. All right, so tune in next week, folks, as we unravel the truth about the kidnap tournament. I mean, like, what was Lance doing there? I mean,
Yeah, what's going on? I'm glad he was able to get away, but wow, what is? But then one of the guys got killed. What is happening here?
hey, Athena, you smell that?
I smell plot with a capital P-U.
That I do. That I do.
Well,
because
there's only one way to find out, kids. Tune in next week. So, until then, I'm the Cannonball Alex Steele.
I am the package Andrew Steele,
We are the Steele Brothers,
and we are for real. Top guys out.
Ciao.
Adios, muchacho.